apply pressure from every angle, you feel me? Yeah, you know, attack move. Never fold, man. Nah, never fold, never quit, yeah. Keep going, like, yeah.
Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they finna feel me. I try to keep it cool, but niggas always act a fool. So now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they finna feel me. I try to keep it cool, but niggas always act a fool. So now they gotta,
yeah, I smoke that dang. Tryna get M's in the bank, fuck what they think. Knock a nigga whole mouth out. Come side me, top break, throw hands like Tank. Knock it out the park like Hank. I've been doing them planks, what you got on my drink? I've been trying to keep my sane. Humanity so lame, fuck you and your gang. Speaking on the dead man's name.
SKOL Vikes, here we go. SKOL Vikes, here we go, baby. Down at the levee, we going fishing at the levee. Yeah, man, a few things to talk about today. Definitely gonna talk about some Adrian Peterson information. You know, AP say the reason he left is because of Mike Zimmer. I repeat, because of Mike Zimmer. Definitely gonna break that down in a boogie downtown. Of course, the whole GM situation, more news on the GM situation, of course. But Brian Flores, is he finally building the trenches he wants? I repeat, is Brian Flores finally building the trenches he wants? That is a big question. That is the main question, matter of fact. But Brian Flores, we see a lot of big bodies who have entered the building. I repeat, who have entered the building. Dominique Orange, Caleb Banks, the free agent, even their free agent from Pittsburgh, they just acquired Louder Milk, the dude 6'7", 290 plus, man. So they're bringing big bodies in for real. The trenches may finally be being solidified. That's great news, a great sign for the Vikings. No cap. Here we go. So some different stories, different things to touch today, possibly more. JJ McCarthy news, Kyler Murray news, etc. I believe Phil Simms said something. I repeat, I believe Phil Simms said something. Huh? What you said, Phil? What you said, Phil? Guess what? We're going to find out what Phil said for real, Jack. No cap. Here we go. Let's get it, man. So we're going to start here. Let's just start with Brian Flores off the rip. And you know Brian Flores has been phenomenal for 3 years now with the Vikings. As soon as he came in, it's been a different story for the defense. The defense has looked totally different, Jack. No cap. You know, we experienced Ed Donatel early, Ed Donatel in that weak-ass shell. But ever since Brian Flores has came in, man, lack of talent even, the defense has produced at a high level, progressing and getting better every year, carrying the offense per se. That's what this defense has done for the Minnesota Vikings team as a whole in general, period, dog. You hear me? You understand me? So never disrespect, never question Brian Flores as a coach, defensive coordinator, etc. Never question him. You want to question KOC? Cool, boom, do that. But Brian Flores, what he's meant for this organization, what he's done for this defensive roster, how he's put certain players in position to win, gotten the maximum, I repeat, maximum potential out of every defensive player damn near. Huh? You want to talk about the middle of the field with Flores, dog? Are you kidding me, dog? For real. Like, who really wants to talk about the middle of the field with Flores? Like, for real, man. Come on, bro. Huh? Here we go, baby. Here we go. But Brian Flores finally getting the trenches, building the trenches he wants. Come on now. Hargrave and Allen were not part of the program. I repeat, Hargrave and Allen, Maine were not part of the program. That was a crazy move, a crazy pick. Why do you think Quasi was fired? That was the last straw. You go against Flores, guess what? You're out of there. There's no room for any more error. So maybe that's why the Will said, hey, we don't feel comfortable any longer with Quasi leading us. We feel uncomfortable with leadership right now. So maybe, just maybe, baby, the whole backdoor BS, stop it. Just stop it, right? Quasi didn't do his job for 4 years. He slipped up on Sam Darnold, slipped up on other situations as well. On top of that, bruh, he wanted to go at, disrespect, not listen to Brian Flores when it came to building his defense. Bringing in the people, the personnel he wants to be on his squad for sure. So, hey, like I've been saying for about damn near 2 months, man. No more vouching for Quasi. Quasi don't even vouch for himself, speak up for himself, period. I mean, you saw where the Niners put him at. Like I say, you saw where the Niners put him at, right in the office somewhere. Keep him out the way, out the business, ben naive. And that's what it is. That's what it ain't. So I ask you, how Rob Brzezinski coming here 1 year, first stab at the job, and he hits big. Oh, of course, they got to pan out, see how they do this and that. Cool, boom. But if we must presume right now, shout out Rob Brzezinski, he should be your GM, period. The job he done with this draft, the job he did in free agency, acquiring a James Pierre, a Van der Mark, etc., acquiring more players, continuing to do so, you must give him a real A+, straight up, bro, period. Here we go, man. Let's win. SKOL VIKES. Get into it. Make sure you come in the chat. You like it up. Like, comment, and subscribe as well. Hit that bell as well. Share this with any and everybody you know for sure. Support the grind. Support the channel. Once again, man. SKOL VIKES. Let's get it. And Brian Flores is coming. His defense is coming. Here we go. Brian Flores keeps landing big behemoths for the trenches. Big boys in the middle, big boys in the damn middle. Here we go. Let's get it. Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores has proven to be among the great defensive strategists in the NFL lately. He has been landing some monstrous players, a pivot given the recent emphasis on lighter, agile D linemen. The latest news features the Vikings signing with Isaiah Loudermilk. Give me some of that Loudermilk. Here we go, baby. SKOL VIKES. Let's get it. A former Steeler, Loudermilk is built like a British Columbia redwood since he stands at 6'7". Wow, big boy for real, big boy for real. Here we go. Now, just think what Brian Flores can do for him and with him. I mean, I got to reiterate it again, Holmes. We seen Jerry Tillery come in the building. The man ain't do nothing for 8 years. And Brian Flores turned his whole career around in 1 year. You know it. I know it. That whole damn D-line that year for real, Jack. People love to talk about Harrison Phillips. Cool. Harrison Phillips, respectable. Definitely respectable. You give him that credit, bet. But was he a real juggernaut in the middle? No. Was he a real juggernaut up front? Hell no. The Vikings have been needing more for years now. Been needing that real juggernaut, that real big dog, right? That real big dog up front in the middle, man. Now they may have 2 potentially, and then Caleb Banks, bro. Boom, 6'6", 330 plus, running a 5 flat 40 damn near, and you telling me what? And he's versatile, and he can stop the run, and he can rush the passer. So pay attention, man. Play close attention for real to this Flores defense, to this Flores trench play. Here we go. Unusually tall, Even for within the context of NFL linemen, the veteran signing is the latest installment within the broader trend of the offseason, an approach that appears have involved building a massive and mean group for the trenches. Trenches where the games are won for sure, bro. Here we go. SKOL VIKES. Brian Flores keeps adding massive players. Keeping things along the defensive line means seeing that massive muscle has been the move. Check out the listed height and weight details for newcomers, courtesy of the team website. Here we go, baby. Defensive tackle Caleb Banks, 6'6", 327 pounds. Dominique Orange, 6'2", 322 pounds. Here we go. Defensive tackle Monkel Goodwine, 6'4", heavy, and 290 pounds. Defensive end Smith Vilbert, 6'6", 282 pounds. Defensive end Isaiah Loudermilk, 6'7", 293. Defensive tackle Eric Johnson, 6'4", 320 pounds, baby. SKOL VIKES, here we go. Now, some of these guys, of course, may just be depth chart players, but who will step up? Who can step up and make a name for themselves? Period, dog. Definitely some spots on the line for sure. Here we go. You know, could Loudermilk beat out Richter? Heavy. Could Vilbert beat out Richter per se, so to say? So it's a lot of good options as far as depth chart goes, and as we all know, depth chart really matters. You look at all the Super Bowl teams, Super Bowl caliber teams, baby, and you tell me depth chart doesn't matter. You look at the Vikings offensive line last year, and those piss poor backups they had. SKOL, a motherfucker named SKOL up front, protecting what? Stopping what? Huh? He worse shit. Hey, man. Here we go, man. Stop it. Stop it. Here we go. Wow. Added together, there have been 6 pickups for the defensive line. The first 2 names were draft picks. The second 2 names were undrafted adds. And there were 2 free agent signings, all very neat and tidy, but likely a happy accident rather than an international effort of 2-2-2 D-line adds. Like I always say, bro, you can never have enough depth. You can never have enough depth, dog, etc., etc. You know, period. Oh, that may be it there. Hold on. Let me see here. Oh, wow. Right there. All right. Bet. Boom. Right there. Okay. 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 Yeah. So, make sure this is right, man. I know it's right, though. Make sure, though. We good. We good. Bad. Bad. We good. We good. Okay. Boom. Back to it. Back to it. We go. In Caleb Banks, the Vikings have welcomed a risky player to town. A risky player to town, somebody who boasts huge upside. His ceiling is elite, climbing up to being a weekly terror who overwhelms the other side. Whether he can get there largely hinges on health. Like I say, bro, that foot stay good, he good. Here we go. Likewise, Orange, nicknamed Big Citrus, is a brawny guy, someone who is going to root himself into the dirt directly across from the center, refusing to be moved. Look for him to be featured on early downs early in his career. Neither Goodwin nor Vilbert are particularly huge, at least within the context of pro football. They're outliers, but then the Johnson and Loudermilk additions do fit within the trend. The former Colt is a heavy guy, and ideal therefore involves seeing him prove capable of playing bully ball with guards, pushing them back due to being so rugged. You know, bully ball is the best ball for real, dog. Here we go. The former Steeler is tremendously tall. He should therefore be capable of getting his mitts onto the offensive lineman with regularity. Possibly getting an early edge in the down, so too should be someone who can get his arms up to disrupt the throw at the line of scrimmage. We go. A lot of what's said above hinges on a specific word, should, in football and life more broadly, for that matter. What should happen doesn't always happen. Still, The basic details for some of these defensive lineman points toward a different approach along the defensive front that's meant to allow for a meaner Minnesota Vikings defense. I mean, hell, ain't nobody safe for real, Jack. I repeat, ain't nobody safe for real at all. I mean, just like it said right here, if it's a mean front, it's going to be a mean front, Holmes, period. Ain't nobody safe. Hey, everybody got to battle for a job, bang for a job. You know, Flores is bringing these guys in for a reason. He wants a certain demeanor on his line for a damn reason, Jack. No cap. Oh, he's going to get it. Trust me, he's going to get it quickly and swiftly. They are coming. They are coming. Matter of fact, they already here. But it's going to be some very interesting battles up front this year. So pay close attention to what goes down for real. Here we go. SKOL VIKES. Brian Flores is moving into his 4th season with the Vikings. He's coming off a season where he led his side of the ball to 7th best, I repeat, 7th best in the NFL by allowing an average of 19.6 points against per game. Not too shabby, especially when remembering the offense's inability to run the ball and the defense's various injury problems. And they were still 7th best in the damn NFL, man. No cap. You hear me? Heavy. They held teams to 19 points and the offense couldn't give us 20. You hear me, KOC? I'm talking to you, KOC. You punk chomp. You couldn't give us 20 a game, G. Defense holding teams to 19.6. You know how legendary that is, baby. Heavy. And you couldn't give us 20 a game, Kevin O'Connell. Bro, what? And we need 25 a game this year. Bitch, yeah. You hear me? Heavy. We need 25 a game, KOC, period. Straight up, bro, for real. Here we go. Seeing the D-line prove more formidable at the line of scrimmage may allow Coach Flores to lead his guys up to elite rather than stalling at very good. I mean, hell, roster still makes a difference. Give Flores an elite cornerback for once, Jack. You know, give Flores an elite defensive lineman for once, Jack, on the inside of the ball. You know, Jalen Redmond is that guy now. Got to call him elite, definitely. But fuck it, give him 2. You know it. I know it. Give him 2 or 3. You can never give a coach enough. Come on, man. Stop it, bro. But I'm very excited about what these boys bring to the table. But it's gonna be some real interesting battles, man. Ain't nobody safe for real, man. You hear me? Oh yeah, let's get it. In the building, man. Dell in the building. My dog Dell in the building. What up, bro? SKOL VIKES. Here we go. Here we go. No doubt, man. SKOL VIKES, Dell in the building. Here we go. So, yeah, Flores is definitely building the team he wants, the unit he wants. Now, how will it all come together? We got to wait and find out for sure. But they're slowly but surely, and now it's moving at a faster pace even. But they're definitely building the squad they want to build. Here we go, man. Let's get it, man. One second, bro. I think it's a video I wanted to check out right quick as well. No. Phil Simms and Chris Simms. Let a yap and cap. You know. One second, though. Where was that at? I gotta get on Bieber head as well. Now I want to dive into this Adrian Peterson news. You know, a lot of people feel different ways about Adrian Peterson. Some respect him, I'm sure some don't. But hell, at the end of the day, You can't take away who AP was as a player, what he brought to the Minnesota Vikings as a true player. One of the best to ever lace up the cleats. So say whatever you want about him, this and that, whatever, you know. The player, the level of athlete he was, never forget it and never disrespect it, Holmes. Heavy, here we go. But very interesting story, article. Adrian Peterson says Zimmer crossed the line before he left. You know, it's always assumptions made. Why this? Why that? Why this happened? Why that happened? Right, etc. You know. Oh yes, yes. But sometimes you just gotta wait and see what happens. You know, what comes out, what a player may say, what a coach may say. But let's just get into it right quick. Boom. Adrian Peterson claims Mike Zimmer crossed the line before Vikings exit. Here we go. Adrian Peterson had the greatest statistical career of any running back to ever suit up for the Minnesota Vikings. True. But Peterson's time with the Vikings came to a bit of an abrupt end after the 2016 offseason. And he recently shared why that happened. During a recent appearance on the Ed Block Courage Cast podcast, the former Minnesota running back shared what ultimately led to his departure from the franchise. Wow. When I left, me and head coach Mike Zimmer kind of butted heads a little bit because I just felt disrespected. Honestly, just leaving there, I just felt disrespected by the head coach in particular. Not the organization or anything like that. It was just the head coach. Me and him had a few words respectfully, but I was just like, all right, it's probably best for me to do something different. Adrian Peterson says he felt disrespected by former Minnesota Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer. For those who need a bit of a refresher, Peterson only appeared in 3 games during his final season with the Vikings due to a torn meniscus. He suffered the injury in a Week 2 win over the Green Bay Packers, and then he attempted to return in a Week 15 matchup against the Indianapolis Colts, but he only wound up staying on the field for just 12 snaps. Minnesota lost that game to the Colts, and that essentially eliminated the Vikings from earning a spot in that season's playoffs. With the Minnesota no longer in contention for the postseason, Peterson shared on the podcast that he felt it was best to remain on the sideline for the team's final 2 games of the 2016 campaign. Well, the former Vikings running back revealed that Zimmer, unsurprisingly, didn't like that decision, and in true Zimmer fashion, he let Peterson know about it. Here we go. Hey, one thing about Zimmer, dog, he gonna let a motherfucker know, Jack. Oh yeah, bro. He gonna let a motherfucker know, Jack, for sure. You hear me? Heavy, man. Here we go. What he said. We have had ill RBs to say Peterson is the best. I didn't care about that. Hey, who's better than Peterson, or who was better than Peterson, Dale? Expound. You must expound. I mean, who the hell you gonna say was better than AP? And AP may be damn near top 5 running back to ever do it in the history of the league. Period. Jack, no cap. Here we go. SKOL VIKES. Let's get it. Let's get it. Here we go. But one thing about Zimmer, that boy Zimmer gonna tell you what it is and what it ain't, man, for sure. Period. He said a couple of words. He said some things that I felt were disrespectful. He challenged me as far as being a competitor and just my whole being. And yeah, Zimmer was definitely out of pocket right there, man. You know, you can't, man, what you definitely can never call or question AP's character or his competitive spirit on the field, man. Stop it, Mike. No cap, bro. Ain't no way in hell you could ever question Adrian Peterson's competitive spirit on the damn field, for real. Come on, man, for real. Here we go. As much as Zimmer didn't like Peterson shutting it down for the final 2 games of the 2016 season, the all-pro running back had every right to do so. You're damn right. Playoffs wasn't on the line, wasn't nothing on the damn line for real. Period. But that's the way Zimmer is. See, Zimmer has done some shiesty shit as well. Like when he robbed Justin Jefferson out of making history as a rookie. Was it his rookie year, his second year, something like that, whatever. But he had the chance to make history and break a record, and Zimmer didn't allow him to do that shit. You hear me? Early. So Zimmer was a slick motherfucker at times, a snake motherfucker at times as well, too. Here we go. Signs were already pointing to Minnesota moving on from Peterson in the upcoming offseason. So he wanted to make sure he was healthy enough to generate interest in free agency. Understood for sure. Here we go. Peterson wanted to continue his NFL career for several years. So risking a significant injury in 2 meaningless games wasn't something that he was interested in doing. It's really difficult to blame him in his instance. Zimmer's bluntness was a breath of fresh air when he became the Vikings head coach in 2014, after the team just spent the previous 3 years with Leslie Frazier as its head coach, who was much quieter and more reserved with his approach. Here we go. However, that blunt nature is also what ultimately led to Zimmer's firing after the 2021 season, as it was no longer an effective approach to running the Vikings. And then we know they went with KOC. What's the verdict on KOC, bro? Right now, we talking about KOC 4 years, hasn't coached a full 4 quarters, or hasn't won a playoff game. Boom, I repeat, it's been 4 years. He hasn't coached a full 4 quarters, and he hasn't won a playoff game. Bitch, yeah. So what are we talking about here for real, Jack? No cap. Here we go. I am one of the last people on earth to ever come to the defense of Peterson, but in this specific situation about shutting it down at the end of the 2016 season to get a head start on off-season recovery, he was in the right and Zimmer was wrong. There you go. Zimmer was definitely wrong, bro, for sure. You know it. I know it. Zimmer talking about, hey, you must play. I question who you are, trying to disrespect the man. Man, fuck that, man. It's a business at the end of the day. Never forget that. Because guess what? Let's say, hey, AP would have got hurt. AP would have re-injured himself. Oh, it's not Zimmer. Zimmer wouldn't have been worried about nothing. You know it. I know it. AP knew that was his last year in Mini. He knew they would move on from him. So he wanted to make sure he was healthy as possible going into free agency type shit. And he had every right to do that. There we go. Robert Smith, Terry Allen, Dalvin Cook, respect, shout out to them, but they're not better than AP. Matter of fact, it's not even close. Here we go. Chuck Foreman, I've heard old heads say he was the best. Well, you know, we need more facts and proof as well. I mean, as far as the running backs you've seen play, Dale, I mean, for sure, for certain, it's not even close as far as that goes, bro. Here we go. No running backs you have seen play have come close to being on the level that Adrian Peterson was on or is on. I mean, name one. I repeat, name one, Holmes. Heavy. Here we go. SKOL VIKES. Get back to it. So yeah, bro, shout out AP once again. Mike Zimmer was definitely wrong in this situation. Mike Zimmer was also yeah, like I say, wrong in that situation, period, bro. Straight up. He's getting mad at AP for not wanting to play the last 2 games. So what? Season is over. They getting rid of him at the end of the year. So what's up, bro? Fuck out of here, Zimmer. Yeah, we know what it is. All 3 of those running backs were much more clutch than AD. Fact. Expound, Dell, expound. You make a statement like that saying all 3 of those running backs were more clutch than AP. You must expound for real, dog. Here we go. You must expound on that one right there. You talking about clutch. You talking about a man who tore his ACL and MCL, huh? Then came back the following year to rush for 2,000, put the team on his back damn near, huh? And you talking about somebody's more clutch than AP? Stop the cap, bro. Stop the damn cap. Here we go. SKOL VIKES. Let's work. Let's get it. Here we go. But like I said, I'm gonna have to see what's up with Bieber. I mean Lieber. He's speaking about the running backs room as a whole. So why not break it down in a boogie downtown, baby? You hear me? Heavy. Here we go, man. Let's get it. Here we go, man. Here we go, man. Let's get it. So like I say, what does Bieber, I mean Lieber, have to say? Hey, meat sauce. Hey, meat sauce. Where are you? Oh, man.
I was on the internet.
Oh, look at that jailhead and meathead. Here we go. You know it. I know it. Here we go, baby. Let's work. He said, what? AD have 3 fumbles. Hold up. AD have 3 fumbles in the Seahawks playoff game for one. Hey, fumbles happen. Fumbles occur, Jack. I'm not talking about fumbles, Dale. We're talking about it's no way possible the guys you mentioned their name are better than AP, period. AP is top 5 running back all time, let alone Vikings. So he's obviously the best running back the Vikings you have ever seen for real. Fumbles happen, bro. Fumbles happen in big moments at times. You're gonna really use those fumbles, those moments to say, hey, AP wasn't like that. AP wasn't the greatest Vikings running back of all times, bro. Huh? You're gonna use those fumbles? Are you kidding me here? For real? Here we go, man. Here we go. Say, what's good, Big SKOL? And yeah, he right. AP used to fumble in the worst times. Hey, shout out Howland SKOL brother in the building, man. That's cool. That's cool. That's not the point right there, Howland. You hear me? That's not the point of the matter right there, Howland Soul brother. The point is who's better than AP athletically, who was a better running back than AP with the ball in his hands like AP, who could do the things AP did. Soul brother, I repeat, who could do the things AP did in Minnesota, not a damn other running back. Not Robert Smith. What? Take the what and leave the what? Heavy. Robert Smith couldn't touch AP, dog. Who else was said? Who else was said? Who else was said? And he said facts, though. He was the best. Yeah, he was the best. You know it. I know it. Yeah, there you go. We know it. It's no denying he was the best. You talk about a man who was damn near was a mixture of Walter Payton and Jim Brown. How could you not be the best right there? We're talking about best Vikings running back. He's the top 5 best running back to ever do it, period. And we comparing Vikings to him, Chuck Foreman to him, Robert Smith to him. Who else? Terry Allen to him. How many of y'all even really saw Terry Allen run? Period. There's no running back, no Vikings running back you can ever say compares to Adrian Peterson. All day, 28, whatever you want to call him, straight up. And guess what? He socked it to the Wilfs pockets every damn year. He put Minnesota in position every damn year, Jack. You know it. We know it. You want to talk about jersey sales? Hell. How many AP jerseys were sold around that bitch? How much millions and billions damn near went in the Wilfs pockets because of Adrian Peterson specifically? Period, dog. Yeah, bitch, yeah. You hear me? Heavy. We know what AP brung to the table. We know how great AP was. Just like I told everybody else, bro. Give AP his flowers now. Give AP his flowers now. You got people talking about, oh, he's not a Ring of Honor guy right now, a Hall of Famer guy right now. When the fuck should he be one then? When should he be one then, Jack? No cap. What he got to wait for? Who else got to wait? Why the hell the best running back in Vikings history, man, got to wait? Huh? Just like I told Dre, man. Why the hell AP got to wait for real? Period. You want to hold fumbles against him? You want to hold fumbles against his greatness? Are you kidding me, baby? For real. Huh? Come on, bro. We got to stop it at some point. I repeat, stop it at some point. Here we go. Here we go, man. We got to stop it at some point for real. Here we go. We got to stop it at some point for real, Jack. No cap, Holmes. Here we go. Eric Dickerson said he was the only one he was scared of for breaking his record. There you go, Holland. Exactly, Holland. You hear me? What a sirens at round this bitch, dog. Here we go. Wow. Mm-hmm. My point exactly right there, man. And Eric Dickerson was a great one. I repeat, Eric Dickerson was a great one. Heavy. Here we go. He said, what? Bro, Robert Smith had 1,500 yards rushing seasons with 5.2 yards average, 350 catching with a 10-yard average. And you hear me, Dale? I repeat. And so what? He don't compare to AP. Do that make him compare to AP? He can't hold AP's cleats, period. So let me ask you this here, Dale. You taking AP or Rob Smith? I repeat, Dale, you taking AP or Rob Smith, Jack? No cap. Are you taking Adrian Peterson or Robert Smith, Dale? Heavy. If you got to pick a running back, what running back would you pick? And I guarantee, I don't care what you say, it wouldn't be no damn Rob Smith over damn AP. Hell to the no, Jack. When nobody in their right mind say they taking Robert Smith over Adrian Peterson. You know it. I know it. Here we go, man. Let's get it. We got to be real here, man. For real. Here we go. Get back to it. Here we go. See what them bozos got to say, man. Here we go. Now, once again, this is Bieber. Oops, I mean Lieber. Ben Bieber. Oops, I mean Ben Lieber. Speaking on the Vikings running back room. This jailhead right here. Who is this guy? Let's see who this guy is right quick. Matter of fact, who cares? Let's get it. They say, are we sleeping on the Vikings running back room? Oh, for sure. Of course. Yeah. Majority don't know the talent in the Vikings running back room. But before I begin, why the hell wouldn't you try to get Rico Dowdle? Why wouldn't you try to get Rico Dowdle who the Commanders got him? Who got him again? Whoever got him for 3 mil a year, or what, 6 mil a year, something like that. And y'all gave Aaron Jones 5 mil for 5 mil and some change for 1 year. Why wouldn't you try to get a Rico Dowdle if you were going all in? We want to talk about the running back room, et cetera, type shit. Why wouldn't you go try to get a Rico Dowdle per se if you could get him? What? Come on, bro. Stop it. Here we go.
And I saw a graph. It was on Twitter. It was a tweet. It was a classic, XY graph. And on one side, it was yards per carry for running backs. And on the other side, it was rush success rate. And when you look all the way up in the upper right-hand corner, there is our boy, Jordan Mason. I have been consistently of the opinion that I think he's very underrated. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the division. I understand.
Good job, my dog. Good job, my dog. No cap. There you go. There you go. Finally, we get some respect for Jordan Mason. Finally others put respect on Jordan Mason's name as well. There you go, Holmes. There you go. SKOL VIKES. Here we go.
That there was a lot of skepticism about the running back room with Jones and Mason and needing to add someone. I have a disgusting, over-the-top fan opinion of this 6th-round kid, the Claiborne kid we added. We can get into that.
Yeah.
My question is,
disgusting meaning what? Disgusting meaning what? Good or bad, Holmes? I repeat, good or bad. Now, I really want to know, really interested to see how he feels about Damon Claiborne for real. I really want to know if he knows anything about real ball per true ball type shit. Here we go.
Is given that I think that
Mm-hmm. Oh, side note, once again, I will be dropping the link at the hour mark. I repeat, I will be dropping the link at the hour mark once again. You want to come rock and roll with me, lock in with me, say how you feel, just make sure it's real. And let's get it, bro. SKOL Vikes, here we go. It goes down in a boogie downtown. You can't handle the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen. Heavy. SKOL Vikes, here we go.
Kid is a potentially an insane possible extra little weapon here and there. Is it possible that we're overreacting a little bit to the struggles last year and Jones's health issues, and maybe this running back room might be in better shape than we thought it was? And perhaps, and I would add this on, for a passing game that struggled so mightily last year, perhaps if we figure that out, those things might flow together and help each other a bit. Am I crazy?
First off, you know, I've been saying the running back room is solid, has been solid. You know, I've been the main one vouching, saying, hey, you don't really need another running back. Then, of course, Chandler got released. The Saints got him. But you still got Xavier Scott, Aaron Jones, and Ty Chandler. Now, you can subtract Jones, definitely. Like I said, I don't know why in the hell you would bring Jones back anyway. You know it. I know it. Especially when you could have fought for a battle for a Rico Dowdle, per se. What the hell going on around here? But it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Instead of bring Aaron Jones back, right, I would have much rather the Vikings just, hey, draft a running back. You drafted Claiborne, but draft another one then. Fuck it. You know, I just hope Claiborne gets a real opportunity, a real chance. And don't be shocked, like I've been saying, if he is potentially your day one starter, you know. I've been heavy on Claiborne since I found out about him. You know, it's what it is, bro. Let's get it.
And not be as negative on the running situation as the general Viking population seems to be?
You know, it's interesting because I never really evaluated this running back room as like, oh, it's going to be, it's like subpar. Like it's not great. I think there's some context there that we sometimes forget going back to last year.
The weakest link in this running back room now is Aaron Jones. I repeat, Jack, the weakest link in this running back room is Aaron Jones. Heavy. Here we go. First off, you start with somebody being injury prone. That's Aaron Jones. That's Aaron Jones. Oh, yeah. Come on, man. The man can't stay healthy for a season to save his damn life. Here we go.
Year. Our offensive line, I don't have the exact stat in my mind, and I'm not going to plug in my Y.
That was my big question. If that O-line is healthy.
Yes. Whatever formula you want to.
If the O-line is healthy, has the potential to be very dominant, but not only if the O-line is healthy, right? Boom. How does your play caller call plays? Period. How does KOC perform, man? Does he go back to the same old piss poor KOC, or does he actually run the ball, grind the ball? Run his offense into rhythm. Let his O-lineman find a real rhythm, Jack. Heavy. So it all starts with KOC once again. KOC is the main culprit, baby, once a damn again. Period. Everybody want to talk about the quarterback, the O-line, this and that. Talk about KOC first. It starts with KOC first. Period, man. Here we go. Let's get it.
I'll use my own eyeballs from watching last year. That's a formula that our offensive line was together, one game for a part of the game before one of the five got hurt again. So I think a lot of the struggles that we saw in the running game absolutely had something to do with the fact that we were shuffling guys all over the place on the offensive line. When it comes to the actual skill that those two guys that we're talking about, Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones, they're more than capable of running a high-powered running game. It is and
I ain't gonna sit here and cap. Does Aaron Jones still have contributions left? Hell yeah. Can he still succeed with the Vikings? Hell yeah. You know, did I want him back in the building? No, but I'm not gonna sit here and cap. When healthy, Aaron Jones can still give you some good games, some good reps for sure. That's why I say, hey, make it a three-headed monster, damn near. Each running back brings something different to the table. My running back one would either be Jordan Mason or, depending on how he performs, etc., Damon Claiborne. But like I've been saying for about a month, damn near straight 2 months now, once I found out about Claiborne, he could potentially be your running back one the beginning of the season, bro, for real. But if not, keep him in the rotation. I need him heavy in the rotation. But I'm not going to sit here and cap and act like Aaron Jones still don't got gas left in the tank. Do I say he's better than Mason? No. Do I think the offense runs better and smoother with Mason at the running back position? Yes. But Aaron Jones still brings certain things to the table. Would I have bring him back? Hell no. Definitely for damn sure if I can get Rico Dowdle. If I can battle and bang for Rico Dowdle for $6 million a year, how much they give Aaron Jones? Shit, $5 million and then some? Hell yeah, you damn right. I'm going for Rico Dowdle, period, off the damn rip. Hey, bro, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Here we go. Let's get it. Get back to it.
A little bit of thunder and lightning. We all understand that. It's a very easy cliche to use. I think you bring in a guy like Claiborne, and he's much more lightning than anybody else that we have on the roster right now.
Big facts. But guess what? He can also be thunder around that bitch. Oh yeah. He can also be thunder around that thing on the field. He can run through a mug. For sure. We've seen him do it. You've seen him do it. They talk about, oh, he may just be a little too soft. Take the what and leave the what. Ain't nothing soft about him. Yeah, it's his specialty being a power runner. No. A downhill runner. No. But can he do it? Hell yeah. But his specialty is what you want his specialty to be and what it needs, especially for the Vikings right now. He can take it to the house every time, period. One little crease, one little hole, one little inch of light, he can take it to the house on your ass. Speed, crazy. Agility, crazy. Quickness, acceleration, quick, crazy, baby, heavy. Speed, you cannot coach. I repeat, speed, you cannot coach. Yeah, bitch, yeah, I know. So watch out, pay attention to Damon Claiborne for real.
Aaron Jones, he's a really good back. I think we all love and appreciate what Aaron Jones does. He just doesn't have Damon's speed. He doesn't have that breakaway speed.
Exactly. Big facts, no cap. Here we go. It's a difference. It's a real difference. And really, Aaron Jones, he hasn't been a power runner like that either. So when he loses a step, it definitely affects him in a negative way. Oh, yeah. And if he loses 2 steps, oh, man, on top of being injured, it's going to be trouble for AJ. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac, a legend forever, a legend for real. Here we go.
Anymore. He can give you everything that a veteran running back should give you. He can give you everything in the passing game, in the blocking scheme on third downs. And then Jordan Mason, he wows you so many times with his footwork, his vision, his athleticism, his balance on contact. He's a fantastic runner, but yet again, he doesn't have the breakaway speed. So you bring in a guy from Wake Forest that has this unbelievable vertical speed, along with the twitchiness that it takes to make guys miss in the hole and the lateral quickness. And I do think that if there are some sleepers, some fans sleeping on this running back room, I think that they're going to get woken up very quickly.
There you go, Bieber. I mean, Lieber. There you go, Bieber. Oops, I mean, Lieber. Very well said, very well said. About time Lieber say something that make sense. But guess what? I ain't forgot what you said about McCarthy. I ain't forgot what you said about McCarthy, Bieber. I mean, Lieber. You biscuit head, punk, chomp. Yeah, bitch, yeah. Pine cone head, punk, chomp. Here we go.
When the season starts.
Yeah, it seems crazy to be as in on a 6th-round pick as I am, because why is he going, but Tom Brady, yada, yada, yada with the draft. But still, when you watch his tape, I think I've said this to you before. It's like in the movie Wreck-It Ralph, the glitch in the race car where all of a sudden they were here and they figured out a glitch and then they were right here. That's what his tape looks like. Yeah. You're like
Yeah, very twitchy, very explosive. Take it to the house any given time. Damn right. You can't tell me he won't compete for a running back one job, huh? You can't tell me he won't compete for a running back one job, man. For real. Here we go. You know it. I know it. Who we got in the building? Golden Rule Girl. What she said? Biscuit head. Shout out Golden Rule Girl in the building. Heavy. Yeah, you know. Come on now, Golden Rule Girl. I gotta get on their head top and make their head drop. For real. I gotta do it, baby. I must do it. You hear? Let's get back to it. Here we go. Oh man, Dre in the building. My dog Dre in the building. What up, Holmes? Heavy, man. SKOL VIKES. You hear? Oh man, you hear? Here we go. Let's get it. Let's work. No doubt. Oh man, hold up now. Hold up now. Hold up now. Hold up now. Hu Yang in the building. You rang, Hu Yang. You rang, Hu Yang. Guess what? No Ed and Eddie today. No Ed and Eddie today. You hear me, Hu Yang? No motherfucking Ed and Eddie today, baby. No cap. Yeah, you hear me? Yeah, man. That boy Dre say order some more Bluetooth. There you go. There you go. Fix the sound, man. Fix the sound for sure. Here we go, man. Here we go. Let's get back to it. Once again, I'll be dropping the link at the hour mark. Once again, you want to come rock and roll with me, lock in with me, say how you feel. Just make sure it's real, huh? And once again, bro, this is the boogie downtown where it goes down. You can't handle the heat. Get the fuck out the damn kitchen for real. Get back to it, man. Here we go.
He was there and now he's way up here. How did he do that? And I think,
Dude.
you know, in the Juwan Jennings signing, an underrated piece of that was what being a wide receiver 3 means in the KOC offense. You get to play all over the field, right? You're not.
You should get to play all over the field. Being a wide receiver 3 really should mean nothing. I mean, just like they say, hey, age is nothing but a number. Hell, I don't care if Juwan Jennings is wide receiver 3. At the end of the day, guess what, bro? He can be 2. And sometimes he can even be your 1. See, that's where KOC is to blame. It all falls on KOC, bro. Period. You know it. I know it. Because guess what? If KOC can utilizes these players correctly, he'll have Juwan Jennings in the slot, Jordan Addison as the 1. You know it. You know, Justin Jefferson as your 2. Switching, baby, rotating. You have so many options, so many different directions you can go with this unit, this 3-headed monster receiving room, on top of the tight ends you have in the building, on top of the O-line you have in the building, assuming they stay healthy, allegedly, on top of the running back room you have in the building. Once again, bro, no more excuses for KOC. I expect to see damn near perfection. I repeat, perfection from this offense, Jack. No cap. If not perfection, damn near close to it. I need to see a real chemistry, dog, a real damn bond. No miscommunication. I repeat, no miscommunication. It's going on year 5. I repeat, year 5. And this man ain't won a playoff game yet. And you're telling me what? Get it in order, KOC. Get it together, KOC. Here we go. SKOL VIKES. Make sure you come in the chat. You fire the chat up. Like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell as well. Why not, bro? Takes less than 1 second. Support the grind. Support the channel. Huh? You support the fake already. Support the real for real. Here we go. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. We go.
Not going to come in and slot and do it. You're going to get to do all the things and showcase yourself and help the team in a bunch of different ways. I'm not saying that it is as simple on the depth chart with a running back 3, but I really do love the complementary skill set of, like you said,
Damon Claiborne should have at least 500 yards receiving this year. I repeat, Damon Claiborne should have at least 500 yards receiving this year. Really more than that, but I'll give KOC credit right there. But Damon Claiborne once again should have 500 yards plus receiving this year, baby. Period. Here we go. Utilize your weapons, KOC. I repeat, utilize your weapons, baby, for real. Let's get it. Get back to it.
Jones can pass, he can block, he can run. Jordan is, thunder 6 yards. It's really hard to get him down. And then you put this kid in the game, if he has any ability to be what I'm pretending he has the ability to be, him and KOC's scheme as just a
think about Damon Claiborne, right? Think about Damon Claiborne in the fourth quarter, and you've been banging and beating the defense up all game. Attrition has set in. Fatigue is setting in. You know it. I know it. You've been hitting them in the mouth with Mason all game, breaking them down with Mason, baby, all damn game. Fourth quarter, close game. Oh, man, bro. 3rd and 5, 2nd and 10, whatever. Here come Claiborne in the game. Breakaway speed. All he needs is a slight hole, a slight crease. Fourth quarter, fatigue is in. You give him the ball on a sweep or hell, even in between the tackles. Outside run of some kind, etc. Then he's taking that 4.3 speed and hitting a hole, fresh legs up the middle. You talk about game changer, taking it to the house in one play, winning you the game in one play. Right? Boom. Like I always say, bro, football, the whole game can change on one play, period. One bad play or good play can change everything. It's a domino effect. I repeat, a domino damn effect. So you think about Claiborne taking this shit to the house when the defense is tired. They can't chase him down. Can't keep running to him, man. They can't take no angle, etc. Jordan Mason been breaking them down, breaking their body down all game. Aaron Jones in the mix as well. Hell, then you put Damon Claiborne in there and watch him work, man. Watch him work. He'll be a defensive nightmare, a nightmare for the defense. And you telling me KLC will not utilize him correctly? He better utilize him correctly. It will be piss poor and inexcusable if you don't have him in the game for real. Damon Claiborne is a certified, I repeat, certified weapon. Use him, KOC, heavy. Here we go. Let's get it.
Weapon with the way he designs plays could add like a really interesting extra element to what.
Matter of fact, fuck it. If you're KOC, you should have a whole playbook, a whole pre-play gameplay just for Damon Claiborne. I repeat, a good 5, 10 plays, maybe even 15, hell, just for Damon Claiborne, no cap. It should be called the Damon Claiborne package. And I stand on that 10 toes down. 10 plays, 5 plays, whatever. A package you bring in to take the top off this defense, to make the defense surrender and retreat. Call game, I repeat, say ball game. Here we go. You know it, I know it. Here we go. So KOC, start working on your Damon Claiborne package. Heavy, bro, for real. It's going to come in handy 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, late in the game. I mean, hell, you could break a couple during first half, second half, first quarter, 2nd quarter. It don't matter. But put a certain package in for him starting right now. Here we go. Let's get it.
Would start to look like a pretty weapon-heavy offense comparative to even some of the better teams in the league.
Yeah, I think the one thing that there's a couple things when I think about Claiborne's draft status and where people scouted him and evaluated him. I know that a lot of these guys, they'll either move teams or they have different coaches come in. But for him specifically, the scheme changed. You really only have 2 years of tape to evaluate. His last 2 years were the best 2 years that he's had at Wake Forest. 2 years ago, they ran this offensive system. They actually called it the slow mesh offense. And it's like, it is that RPO looking quarterback shotgun. And it's like this whole ride system where they're riding the running backs and whatever. And you really limit what the running back can do in those situations because you're kind of at a 45-degree angle getting a handoff. You don't know if you're going to get the handoff because it's really up to the quarterback. And it must be, according to all the RPO systems, a little slower version of that because they actually had a term for it and they called it the slow mesh. And then you go to last year where they have a new coaching staff, new offensive system. It's a little bit more pro style from their OC that came from South Alabama. He was also at University of Alabama, so he saw true pro style, real.
Yeah, roll tide full of pride. Shout out Alabama for sure. So basically, Lieber is saying DeMond Claiborne had to adapt every year, damn near. Different offensive coordinators, different style, scheme, etc. Now think about him being in one scheme for, say, hey, 2-3 years plus. Wow, it could be trouble for real. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac, a legend forever. Here we go. SKOL VIKES. Let's get it.
Pros. And he's over here talking about how Claiborne's one of the best that he's ever been around. And I know that it's a little bit of team speak when you say that.
Here we go. We are at the hour mark. I repeat, at the hour mark. Hold on, man. My brother in the building. Heavy. Hold on. What up, big dog? Let's get it, man. SKOL VIKES. Here we go. Let's get it, baby. But like I say, this is the hour mark. I'm about to drop the link. You want to come rock and roll with me, lock in with me. Maybe about 20 minutes or more. But you know, if we rocking, the clock ain't stopping. Here we go, man. SKOL VIKES. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Here we go. You know it. I know it. Yeah. Let's get back to it though. Yeah.
That, but he was applauding everything this guy can do, from his short area quickness to the way that he can catch the ball, the way that he can block on third down. So I think the assessment of him comes from two different offensive systems where he never really got comfortable probably mastering one or the other. And the other thing is he's just not as big as you'd like. I think there's probably some questions about his long-term durability. And when you're drafting a
rightfully so. Not the biggest back, but hey, doesn't have to be the biggest back. And once again, with the right nutrition program, the weight will come naturally. But he hits the weights more, gets in a better strength and conditioning program. So you expect him to progress year in, year out. Now, it's of course, realistically, bro, it's only so much more weight he can gain. But as long as he continues to gain good weight, where he's not slowing down, not losing any quickness or speed, shit, he'll be a real dog. Period. Here we go. Let's get it.
A higher end draft pick, you're looking for a 3-down back that can be your kind of your.
You're not asking for a bell cow out of this dude.
Yeah, exactly. Like your people are looking for higher round picks. You're looking for bell cow type of guys. The juxtaposition of that is Jeremiah Love. He goes high in the draft. You expect him to never come off the field.
Right.
And like I said, I'll take Claiborne over Love every time. Period. Here we go.
You look at a guy like Claiborne, well, he's only going to be that probably reserve running back spot. He's just going to give you a little bit of dynamic ability for probably 12 offensive plays a game. But you hope that they're really, really impactful in the fact that he can be on the field for all 3 downs. It says something about his skill set.
Yeah, I'll just put this out here now. We can end with this. I think if he becomes anything close to what some of us who kind of believe in him, think he can become, I think the nickname's got to be the Glitch. I'm just putting that in people's brains.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see.
Yeah, we we don't know about the Glitch yet. I mean, the glitch definitely not a bad one, but we don't know. We gotta wait and see. Definitely, bro. Heavy. I mean, it's cool, but let's see what he really does. You know it. I know it. Here we go, man. Yeah, here we go.
Him play. I want you to come back here and be like, that was good. We should call him the Glitch. Let's call him the Glitch.
So he getting his real Madden type shit on. I repeat, DeMond Claiborne getting his real Madden type shit on for real. Here we go, man. He get real glitchy, Here we go. Let's get it, man. We go. Dad, what up, dog? What's good with you?
Oh, I just come on to bust that ass about Robert Smith.
Oh, fuck all that, bro. AP all day, straight up.
Bro, it's
AP all day. Now, what the hell you talking about, Robert Smith, dog? Over AP?
Yo,
come on, dog.
Yo, listen. So this is what it is. In a 10-year career, Adrian Peterson had 2,619 touches. With those touches, he got 13,692 yards. That's a 5.2 yard average, right?
That's for AP, right?
Yes, over 10 years with 39 fumbles. 39 fumbles, EJ.
What's up? Still not taking Robert Smith over him. What's up?
Okay, in a 7-year career, Robert Smith had 1,589 touches. He had 8,110 yards. That's a 5.1 yard average. And over those 7 years, he had 9 fumbles.
Okay, does that make him better than AP? No.
I'm saying it's comparable.
What's comparable?
For you to not say that it's comparable is disrespect to Robert Smith.
Not disrespect to him, but
oh yeah, no, oh yeah,
AP.
yeah. It's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
Though.
Very disrespectful to Robert Smith. Very disrespectful.
That's how you feel. That's how you feel.
He averaged 1/10 a yard less,
bro. And what are overall stats? Check overall stats.
Well, with the Vikings, right? I just dropped him. That's his overall stats with the Vikings.
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years, Adrian Peterson had 13,692 yards. Over 7 years, right? So you're talking 30% less years. Robert Smith had 8,110 yards. That's about 30.
Different era.
That's about
different
30%,
well.
bro.
Different era as well.
It's about 2,000 yards under 30%. It's about one season off.
I would
but
never
their
take
average
Robert Smith over AP.
Their average per touch is the same, bro. It's just Robert Smith had 30 less fumbles, bro. 30.
They're not the same running back at all, bro. It's not even close, bro.
No,
and
they're not.
And
the
it was
same
a different
era
then. And it was a different era then.
No, it wasn't a different era. It wasn't a different era, bro.
That wasn't a different era, dog.
Robert Smith came in at 90 in 95. He was a rookie. In 93, he was a rookie.
I mean, the game changes every year anyway. So,
well, then why even bring it up?
Hold on.
Why even bring it up, EJ? If it was a different era, it's the game changes every year.
What AP was doing was AP.
Why
did that
even bring it up? Why, no, fuck that. You about to get it right now. Why even bring it up if it was a different era? If you just admitted that the game changes every year.
What do you mean? Why bring it up? Because AP is the better back overall. That's why you bring it up.
It's comparable,
better than Robert Smith, dog.
I don't know. No, bro. I'm saying it's comparable.
Let me know in the chat how you feel. Do you feel Robert Smith?
I don't give a fuck what the chat says. I just told you the numbers. I just told you the numbers, and I watched it. It's numbers, comparable.
Bro. Comparable how? How can you compare AP
Adrian
to Robert
Peterson
Smith
had a 600% more chance at fumbling, bro. That's not clutch. Adrian Peterson lost us the Seattle Seahawks game. Adrian Peterson lost us the Saints game. He had 2 fumbles in that fucking Saints game, bro.
So you're gonna hold fumbles against his greatness?
5 fucking fumbles. Yo, he had 5 fumbles in our 2 playoff games with him.
You're gonna hold fumbles against his greatness?
You have to. You gotta look at it, bro.
Even with the fumbles,
for you to turn a blind EJ, for you to turn a blind eye against the fumbles and turning the ball over, which is the most important thing that you can do for a running back, is to hold on to the ball.
I'm not turning an eye to it. I'm saying better than him.
The most important thing that you can do as a running back is not turn the ball over.
Just like Howland SKOL brother just said, being clutch and be the better overall player is 2 different things. Facts. Adrian Peterson's a better overall player than Robert Smith any day of the year.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. He averaged 1/10 a yard less, bro.
Dale,
he averaged 5.1 yards a touch.
Are you really sitting here comparing? Are you comparing AP to Robert Smith play on the field? Seriously? Are you kidding me? It's not
Bro, I
comparable.
just dropped the numbers. You have to be able to look at that.
No, you don't, bro. It's not even close as far as running back goes.
Bro.
AP changed the running back position.
Bro, Adrian Peterson didn't change the running back position.
AP changed the running back position, bro. He was one of the pioneers of the running back position, bro.
Bro.
Period.
Bro, come on, man.
You're saying Rob Smith to
Come
AP?
on.
Come on, man. You come on, man.
Yeah, I am. I really am.
You can't compare, dog, at all.
I really am. Yeah. Actually, for you not to compare is disrespectful.
Man, come on.
That's what's laughable.
What's disrespectful is people saying Adrian Peterson is not a Ring of Honor guy. That's what's disrespectful, dog.
Yeah, no, we ain't talking about that. We ain't. I don't dispute that. I don't dispute that. Adrian Peterson needs to be a Ring of Honor guy. I get that. But for you to say that Adrian Peterson is light years ahead of Robert Smith is just straight. You're talking out your ass. You're straight up talking out your ass. You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not talking my ass. I'm talking facts.
No, yeah, you are. You actually are.
Here.
Because obviously you haven't seen Robert Smith's career.
I mean, his career.
Damn it, you're breaking up.
I didn't see.
I need to get internet connection, man. I didn't
see AP's full highlight this and that.
Bro, it ain't about the highlights, man.
I'm talking about on-field play, bro. On-field play. Robert Smith could not do nothing AP could do. Power, speed. You gotta
be kidding me.
Power, speed, nothing.
Bro, Robert Smith was faster than Adrian Peterson.
Are you assuming?
No, I'm saying that as a fact.
What? How do you know the fact, Del?
He was a fucking sprinter, bro. He could have qualified for the Olympics in the 200 meter, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro. Hold on, man. Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You cannot really compare Adrian Peterson to Robert Smith.
Robert Smith was way faster. Dude, Robert Smith never got caught from behind, bro.
Oh my
Ever.
God, are you kidding me?
Ever. He was one of the fastest running backs in the NFL. He probably was the fastest running back in the NFL, dude. Robert Smith was way faster than Adrian Peterson.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
And one could say that he had better vision than Adrian Peterson. Just
you're tripping, bro. You are tripping. Tackle. You are tripping, man.
I'm not, bro. I'm not. I'm saying it's comparable, man. I'm saying it's comparable.
What's Robert Smith's full name? Is he a junior?
I'm sorry?
What's Robert Smith's full name? Is he a junior?
I don't believe so.
Del, hold on.
He might be the third.
So you said Rob Smith is faster than Adrian Peterson, right?
Yes.
Dre, what up, dog? Hold on, Del. So do you know what Adrian Peterson's and Rob Smith 40 was?
It doesn't matter. The 40
We said faster. We said faster. We said faster.
No, the 40 isn't it's only one aspect. Dre, would you talk to this man, please?
You said faster. I'll tell you. Hey, Dale, hold on. Hey, I'll tell you the 40, Dale. AP 40, 4 flat. Robert Smith 40, 4.47. What are we talking about here? I mean 4.4 flat.
So they were both there's different. I'm telling you, dude. If
you can't tell me
bro,
Robert Smith had more football speed than AP.
I'm telling you right now, Robert Smith never got caught from behind. Adrian Peterson has.
He was going against faster players, of course.
No, they weren't fast. Of course. Fast. Dude, you're talking about a player with Deion Sanders in it.
Oh my gosh, man, are you kidding me? Yeah, how you compare AP to Robert Smith? Go ahead, Dre.
Yeah, yo.
I will say this though. What's-it-called is a better running back, but I think AP is better at running the ball, but I think Robert Smith is a better overall running back.
What? Why? Expound.
Bro,
because he can catch out the backfield, man.
He's what?
He could catch out the backfield. AP couldn't catch out the backfield.
AP
about one situation.
AP
You're talking
made
about
us
one
one-dimensional,
situation.
DJ. AP
AP
made us
wasn't
one-dimensional.
one-dimensional. You're crazy.
AP made us one-dimensional, bro.
Bro, you know how many screens AP took to the house?
It made us
That was
one-dimensional. AP
Yeah,
made
but
us
Hell we talking
one-dimensional.
about here.
that was like he might get one catch a game or something like that, but he probably dropped more flat passes than he caught.
Yo, this ain't no
Kidding me.
disrespect. EJ, this ain't no disrespect towards Roberts to Adrian Peterson. You know what I'm saying? Robert Smith is phenomenal. I'm saying that a comparison of saying that Adrian Peterson is light years ahead of Robert Smith as a running back is cap. That's a lie. You don't know what you're talking about.
Did I say light years or better?
It's comparable.
You added light years.
Well, I'm adding the hyperbole. I'm adding hyperbole.
I'll tell you this. I ain't gonna tell him what Robert Smith could have been if he didn't tear his. He tore his ACL back-to-back years.
AP tore his ACL and got 2,000 the next year.
Okay, he might have got 2,000, but just like Robert Smith turned around and came back the next year and blew his other ACL out.
Come on, bro. Y'all talking crazy. Y'all talking crazy, bro.
I'm just saying I would like to see what could have happened if he didn't blow both his knees out back-to-back years.
Yo, he just walked away from the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
He walked away. Yo, Robert Smith walked away from the game on top.
On top of what?
Adrian Peterson did not walk away from the game on top.
Hold on. On top of what? On top of what?
Of his game, his personal game.
Who was in the league with Robert Smith? What running backs are you comparing him to?
Shit, man. Fucking Marshall Faulk, everyone.
Oh, here we go. Everyone. Here we go. That's easy to say, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey,
what?
Soul Brother said, but one is gonna make the Hall of Fame, the other won't, bro. Exactly. Where the sirens at?
I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that. I just said AP is a better runner.
Oh,
But
man.
overall, you can keep Robert Smith on the field 3 downs.
Bro, you said Robert Smith does one thing
like
better
that.
than AP. You said one thing Robert Smith does better than AP. Catching. That's it. You said one thing.
That makes the offense one-dimensional, EJ.
No, it doesn't, bro. Jim Brown wasn't a great catcher. Walter Payton wasn't a great catcher. Two of the best to do it, dog. What are you talking about? Hurts your offense.
What are you
They
talking
run
about?
the ball.
Walter Payton was an excellent catcher of the ball. Excellent.
Okay, a good catcher. Okay, we give him that. My point is, if a running back isn't a great catcher, it doesn't slow down your offense if you got the right offense. What are we talking about here, man?
Bullshit, it don't.
Come on, man.
Bullshit, it don't.
Come on, man.
That's bullshit. Of course it does, man.
Come on,
Of course it does. Because when that running back is in the backfield, you know what they're gonna do.
What? What do you mean?
Yes. They're gonna run the fucking ball. You know what they're gonna do. It makes it
Anytime they came
one-dimensional.
in the game, you know, first and second down they running the ball. Then they go put Chester Taylor in on 3rd down and shit.
Man, how many times have we seen damn running backs get chances? What, twice a game max? Are we kidding me here?
Yo, this is what I'm saying. Adrian Peterson, in a 10-year career with the Vikings, had 39 fumbles and 5 in his last 2 playoff games combined. Robert Smith, in 7 years, had 9 fumbles.
I don't give a damn if he had 1. He's not better than AP.
You're fucking out of your mind. You should care whether the running back fumbles or not. That's the most important part of being a running back is holding on to the fucking ball, EJ.
He's not better than AP. He's not better than AP.
This gets me up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? What up, bro?
Y'all talking crazy, man. Just like Dre talking about, it's too early for the Ring of Honor. What?
Yeah, I said that. You know why I said that? I'm not ready to. Hey, SKOL. AP hurt me.
Give a damn.
He hurt me good in 2009. And I ain't forgave him yet. I have not forgave him. I might do it at the end of the day. I might do it next year. Or I might do it 5 years from now. But right now, I have not forgave AP for dropping the damn ball so many times.
Man, I don't give a damn about all that. Hey, Broski Bear, you rolled out, Broski Bear. Why you roll out, dog? Here we go.
That was a Super
Probably
Bowl
got
fun.
bad connection.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I still got beef with AP right now.
Hey, deal with it. Deal with it.
I'm gonna deal with it. But guess what? Right now, EJ, he's not getting in my ring of Hall of Fame. Not yet.
Well, guess what? Yours don't matter. The Vikings do.
I would say this. EJ. I would say this. If I were a Hall of Fame voting person, I would vote Robert Smith in before Adrian Peterson.
Well, that's your opinion, but you're tripping. There's no way you do that.
I'm surprised Robert Smith ain't in there yet.
I know it's a fucking shame. It's because we never won the Super Bowl with them when we should have, bro.
Yeah,
crazy.
We went
man.
to two NFC championship games.
Yup.
Crazy the AP slander, man. How y'all feel about the D line though, dog? What's the trenches looking like, man?
It's not. Hold on, man. It's not fucking slander, man. To say that Robert Smith is comparable to Adrian Peterson as slander is bumbaclot.
He's not better.
You must don't know. You must didn't see Robert Smith too much.
That's what I was trying to tell him, Dre.
I know Robert Smith could get in. I know Robert Smith has skill. Respect Smith.
I ain't never seen nobody I ain't never seen nobody could just take off once he hit that line of scrimmage. Boy, he's still crazy. He's taking that motherfucker to the house, boy.
So is AP, and AP was bigger. What are we saying here?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a different style. Like they style running different.
That's cool, but what does it matter? AP was bigger and faster, and just a better runner overall.
Faster than Robert Smith, man. He was.
I just told you the 40 times. I just told you the 40 times.
I like
bro,
to see
it doesn't matter about the 40, bro.
It's different between running. I think it's different between running with the ball in your hand and just running straight up with it.
See, that's why I love
straight up. Straight up.
I think you just running the 40 straight like you sprinting like you at a track meet. I think it's different, just like a basketball player. Some people is faster with the ball dribbling down the court than somebody is running.
Of course, Dre. We know that.
That's what I said, EJ. That's why I said I would like to see who's faster with the ball in their hand.
AP.
To this day, Robert Smith would beat Adrian Peterson in a foot race. I guarantee it.
Hell no. Come on.
I guarantee it.
Man.
Yeah, Broski Bear, what up, dog? Hey, tell Dale stop the cat, bro.
What's going on, fellas? Man, I wasn't gonna call in until I started hearing EJ dropping nonsense about Walter Payton. Then I'm like, all right, well now I have to call in.
Yeah.
EJ, you're saying Walter Payton couldn't catch very well? He revolutionized the running back being able to catch. He was the running back they first moved out of the backfield and had run flies down the freaking sideline and catch fucking bombs down the sideline. That was Walter Payton. He was doing that shit in the 70s and 80s, man.
Good shit, broski. Good shit. Okay, hold on. I dig it. Hold on. I respect Payton now. Okay, respect Payton now. Maybe some information I didn't have on Peyton, but okay, good job, broski bear. Respect Peyton. Watch your tone though now.
I can't believe you did say that.
So hold on. Let me extrapolate that. Hold on.
EJ, if you tell Broski to watch your tone, you know you're going to be in it for the long haul. You know you're going to be in it for the long haul. So buckle up, big guy, because it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Fuck that shit. Yo, let me extrapolate that a little bit now. Now, one could say, since you were wrong about Walter Payton, could you possibly be wrong about Robert Smith as well?
Hold on. No.
Hey guys. Let me drop my 2 cents about this whole AP Robert Smith thing.
What was Walter Payton's stats in receiving? What was Walter Payton's stats in receiving his best year?
I mean, I would have to go back and look, dude. I don't know off the top of my head, man. Like, I mean, he played 70s and 80s, so I highly doubt he ever had like 1,000 yards receiving.
No,
you know what I mean?
He didn't.
No running back,
you know what I mean? But right? I'm sure he had years where he had 400, 500 yards receiving, which you know what I mean? Like I said, that he was the first running back to do that stuff.
Oh, hold on. First to do. Hold on, broski. First to do what?
He revolutionized running backs catching the football. He was the first one to do that.
Well, what
Literally,
about
and it
Chuck
wasn't
Foreman
little.
then?
It wasn't
What
little
about
like
Chuck Foreman
underneath,
then?
guys. It wasn't like little underneath passes. It was like out and ups and shit that like what Marshall Faulk would do, and
Right.
literally run
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? What do you call them? Like down, like flies down the field.
He would
Like
run a
Walter
route
Payton-
tree. He would
Yeah,
run a
Walter.
route tree.
Well, he would run deep passes,
Ooh.
deep routes, like
Hey,
dude, instead of throwing it to that speed burner wide receiver, you're throwing it to Walter Payton down the sidelines. You know what I mean? Like
no, that's fact. That's fact. That's fact. Hey,
Yeah.
broski, check this right here. Look, this right here. He said all-time great numbers. Peyton retired holding the NFL record for the most career receptions by a non-wide receiver. Respect
there you
Peyton,
go.
dog.
yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Real
man.
shit, real shit.
So that's all I'm saying. I had to point that out. But
Hey,
AP Robert Smith.
Hey,
So,
broski bear. So does that make Peyton the best to ever do it?
oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
not only this. Now, all right, I'm a Bears fan. You don't know that, but even John Madden said, you know what I mean. Walter Payton's the best football player ever.
Broski
Best
a
football
fool,
player
boy.
ever.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this though, EJ. That's why I hate the
What's
Bears
up?
now because of Walter Payton. Hey, that
For real?
motherfucker there. Yes. That was the automatic 2 losses. You can check them 2 losses off
No,
with Walter
fuck that.
Payton there.
We was knucking up with them boys. We was
Yeah, but
knucking up
at
with
the
them
end of the
boys.
day, they were kicking our ass, deal. Hands
Bro,
down.
hey,
I
we-
hated to see the Bears.
Don't
Man.
say that. Don't say that because we won the division in
You
I
know
believe
damn well on
87
certain
and
field.
89.
Now look, hey, okay, give them that. But look at all the other years.
Yeah, Walter Payton also had 10 straight seasons of over 1,000 yards. He also had 10
When they
straight
had that
seasons of
curve,
over
they
1,000
was
yards.
on the field.
Bro.
Shit.
Walter
Shit,
Payton
that
never
boy
ran out of
goddamn-
bounds,
hey.
EJ. That's another thing. He never ran out of bounds. He always took the
Exactly.
contact and stayed in bounds because he loved the contact. So he could run up the
Yeah.
middle and just break tackles and just truck people, which he did.
That motherfucker
He could
looked
cut
for
people. He
contact.
could break their ankles. He could line up a wide receiver. He could do it all, man.
Yo,
Like
broski,
Yeah.
let me slob on.
he could
on
also
Sweetness
throw.
for
He
a
could
second.
also throw. He also had a hell of an arm. He threw I think he threw like 7 or 8 touchdown passes in his career. He could also kick. Like the guy literally did everything. Like I'm telling you, like, in my opinion, even if I wasn't a Bears fan, I would look at that and be like, yo, he's got a
He the
good
only one that-
chance
he
of being the
only
best
one
football player of all time.
Broski, he was the
Yeah,
only running
yeah.
back that could get away with holding the ball out like that.
Oh yeah, you
That's
should see. Yeah, he would hear the ball in one hand. He wouldn't tuck it in. He would just run with it out. Like he had his own style, man. And he wore Ruse, man. He wore Ruse sneakers, bro. He wore the kangaroos,
He wore
bro.
Ruse, bro.
He wore Ruse,
What
man.
you know about the
Yeah,
kangaroo
hey,
pouch?
hey,
You
Well,
don't
that's
know
Walter
nothing about
Payton's
no
brand, man.
kangaroo
Let a running
pouch.
back do that today.
You see
He'll find
kangaroos
his
on
ass
a
after you.
running back's feet. That's Walter Payton.
Hell nah, the kangaroos,
But
huh?
dog.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kangaroo
Yeah.
was the shit back then. Cleats and shit.
Hey, Holland Soul Brothers say it don't matter anyways. Look at the tape. Boom, there you go. Let's get it.
Well, my thing is this. So AP and Robert Smith, I think Robert Smith was one of the most underrated running backs of his era for sure. He was a
Underrated
big
how?
player.
Underrated how?
'Cause he didn't get fed like a true number one running back. He wouldn't get 300
No,
touches
because they were trying to
carries
keep
a
him healthy,
season.
bro.
No, I
They were
understand.
trying
I'm not
Yeah.
knocking him for it. What I'm saying is like per play, like per times he actually touched the ball, like this dude was a big play waiting to happen. He was
So was
explosive.
AP. So was
He
AP.
could do everything. I'm not saying AP wasn't. I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to drop a little information about Robert Smith. Now, Robert Smith didn't play nearly as long as AP. If you want to
Mhm.
talk about like just straight up handing the ball off and like workhorse running back, and AP obviously can make big plays and shit and truck people and do all that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? That was what AP did. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, he did
I'm
everything
not
better
here
than
to
Robert
say. I'm
Smith.
not here to
No,
say Robert
no,
Smith is better than AP. I'm not here to say. Listen.
I don't know.
I'm not here to
Besides
say
that,
Robert
that's
Smith
it.
is a better running back and stuff like that. What I'm saying is this:
Oh, you just said
Robert Smith, highly underrated. And Isha, I asked you how old you are, so I don't know if you even want to drop that information
Oh,
because I'm not.
I told you before. How young am I? 37. You asked me that before. You forgot?
Okay. So my bad. I forgot. I must have forgot that. But
Yeah,
so I don't know.
You're smoking that dopey, boy.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, bro. Hey, Robert Smith, them 2 ACLs kind of it made Minnesota kind of monetize him because they could have got rid of him, but they kept him.
He was a hell of a player, man. Hell,
Could have got rid of who? Could have got rid of who?
I believe they were going to get rid of Robert Smith, but they kept him and they kind of monitored him so he wouldn't blow his knees out again.
And
I mean, that's just a decision on him.
I mean, what?
But I'm just saying,
No, y'all said one thing that Robert Smith does better. Y'all say he's a better catcher. That's it. Robert Smith's a better catcher than AP. That's it.
Bro, his long dude, Robert Smith never got caught from behind ever.
Yeah, that's one thing. Okay, so let's talk about that. So like there is like 40 times speed, and there's on the field speed. You know what I'm saying? Like you're never going to look at a guy like Jerry Rice or Walter Payton or something and be blown away by their 40 times back then. But when you watch a play, it's like, wow, right?
Exactly.
Robert Smith, in my opinion, was faster because he moves quicker on the field. And maybe
did you see him play, Broski Bear? Did you see him play?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, how old are you, Broski Bear? How old are you?
I'm going to be 49 this year.
Okay. So you saw Robert Smith play how many games in total?
I mean, dude, there's no way for me to go back and be able to give you accounts of how many times I've seen him play. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen him play.
More than 10.
I've been watching football for decades, bro.
I did that. I seen him. I remember him when he was in college.
Hey. And we got T-Bass in the building. Who want to drop off? We'll let T-Bass in the building.
I'll bounce.
All right, come back a little later.
DJ, but I'm gonna just say this: Eddie George, when they were him and Eddie George went to school together. Eddie George couldn't take that spot, bro. I'm gonna leave that at that. A Heisman Trophy candidate.
Yeah.
I mean, a Heisman Trophy winner couldn't take Robert Smith's spot. They both played together. Robert Smith was the one running back. Eddie George was the two.
Eddie George was one of the most legendary college running backs ever.
So
Eddie George and AP though.
Yeah, and will AP make the Hall of Fame? Absolutely. Will he be first ballot? Not necessarily.
What's going on, T-Bass?
Hey guys, interesting conversation. You know, these guys are great players, no doubt about it. You know, the eras they played in matter, this and that, but a few things. Broski, for me, Walter Payton was the best running back I ever personally seen play. But to say the statement that he changed the game in pass catching is totally wrong. That goes to Chuck.
Oh, shit.
Foreman recognized the way running backs got.
Hold on, to who? T-Bass. You said who, T-Bass? Chuck Foreman.
Chuck Foreman led the league one year in receptions.
What year was this? What year was this, T-Bass?
74 or 75.
We're going to say 74, T-Bass, right now.
He led the league in receptions. He was Roger Craig of that time. Now, I'm not saying he was better than Walter Payton, but to say Walter Payton changed for pass catching, correct. It was Chuck Foreman changed the way teams looked at running backs in the passing game.
T-Bass, where the way he caught the passes, Walter Payton could go down the field like a receiver. Chuck Foreman couldn't do that. Walter Payton actually ran shrieks and actual wide receiver routes, dog, at the running back position. Chuck Foreman didn't do that, bro. I guarantee it.
Yeah, and plus Payton had more receiving. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Chuck Foreman, I'm not gonna knock him because I've never seen him play. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think Chuck Foreman, correct me if I'm wrong, was doing flies down the sideline and catching 60-yard bombs down the sideline. Maybe he was, and I don't know that he was, but I've never heard that he was. To me, from what I've always researched, Walter Payton was the first running back to be doing that kind of stuff.
Wow. He led the interceptions. I think it was the 74 year. He tied the record for touchdowns in with OJ.
I appreciate you dropping that Chuck Foreman on me because I just looked his stats up, and with the years he played, he had a lot of receptions, man.
Damn.
So I like to learn about new things like that,
He played for the Vikings, T-Bass? He played for the Vikings, T-Bass?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All those Super Bowl teams. That's why I wanted to jump in. We're talking about
Seabass, that's good stuff. Jump in and defend your guy, man. You know what I mean? Like that's good
real
stuff,
shit.
man. Because I never knew about him, and now I know about him. So thanks for that, buddy.
Adrian Peterson, and I was kind of Chuck Foreman to be in that conversation with those three. That's how good he was. 3 Super Bowl teams, couple all pros. Like I said, that 75 season, I don't know. He had something like 20-something touchdowns between rushing and receiving. He was dominant. He was close to being the best running back in the league for about 3 years. His career wasn't as long as these other guys, but he had probably a 4 or 5 year stretch where he was just as good as anybody.
Shout out Chuck Foreman, no cap, man. Do I say anybody was better than AP? No, but shout out Chuck Foreman, though.
Yeah, but you're also looking at like Chuck Foreman had like 3,000 yard rushing seasons, right? But like Walter Payton was doing like 15, 16, 1,700 yard rushing seasons, and he'd have 400, 500 yards receiving. You know what I mean? So it was a little different.
I'm not arguing with you. For me, and I'm a bad, but I grew up in Illinois, and I've seen Walter Payton play his whole career. He is the best running back my eyes have ever seen. You know, there might be guys
going to get my respect. You're always going to get my respect, bro.
Yeah, real shit right there, man.
You might have guys with what? Think about this. I forgot what year it was. The game that Walter Payton broke the single game rushing record against the Vikings. I think he had 279 or something.
Damn, 279. Damn.
He put up against the Purple People Eater defense. At the time, was the single season game rushing. The Bears only won that game 10-7, and the dude put up like 259 or something. That's freaking crazy.
Yeah, crazy defense right there. It's crazy defensive play right there.
And I think the week before, he put up like 250 something against Green Bay, I do believe. So he had a 2-game stretch. He had over 500 yards rushing. That's just crazy.
Yeah, North say 276.
And I could tell you, like, if you look at it, it's the same thing for like the NBA, right? Like players' stats like now are way better offensively, right? Like they just are compared to like 4 decades ago, 3 decades ago, right? They are. But if you look at like, that's why if you look at a guy like Walter Payton, right, or you look at in the NBA like a guy like Larry Bird, their stat lines, they hold up against anyone who's putting up any numbers at that position, like to this day right now. That's how fucking good those guys were. You know what I mean? So that should tell you something too. But T-Bass, I'm gonna go watch some Chuck Foreman highlights because I've never seen him before. So I'm gonna go look that shit up on YouTube today.
He was good. I mean, Chuck. They asked Bud Grant the 5 toughest NFL players that he and their coach ever played against. Bud Grant rated him number 1. As the toughest.
Number 1?
He's a hell of a player. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, literally, you talk about guys who should be in the Hall of Fame. You watch him, then watch Roger Craig, who's in the Hall of Fame. They're exactly the same running back, a lot of the same stats. Yeah, Roger Craig has some.
Look at it; those stat lines, they do look very similar. Roger Craig and Chuck Foreman.
He was. He opened the door for guys like LaDainian Tomlinson and Roger Craig, you know, catching those short passes. And he was a fullback. He wasn't a running back. He was their fullback. But
hey, North say Bud Grant called Foreman the toughest player he ever coached.
Player he ever coached, yeah. So one thing, you know, not taking away from Adrian Peterson's numbers and stuff, you guys were in that thing. One thing I like to look at is the time Peterson was playing was the time the NFL was transitioning to more of a passing game. So to me, what it was the linebackers were getting smaller because they were out there more for covering pass coverage more than stopping the run.
I don't know about the linebackers getting smaller, T-Bass. The linebackers was big back then, bro. It was a physical game still back then, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the competition was better, T-Bass. The competition was better than the competition Robert Smith was facing as well.
It was transitioning more to defenses were there to stop the run or the passing game first. But more the 70s and 80s, your defense was built to stop these guys, stop the run, and make the quarterback beat you. I just think that Peterson was playing in the time when it was transitioning more. So I'm not taking away from the guy's career. The guy.
So what are you saying it was easier? What, he had an easier route or what? Because that's cap. I mean, what are we saying here?
I think he had an easier route playing against defenses when he played more so in the 70s.
Oh wow,
80s.
that was still the bell cow, damn near still the bell cow era, T-Bass. Even when AP was playing, that was the bell cow era.
Personally, I'm not going there. Like I think AP was a truck. He was a freaking thoroughbred. You know what I mean? Like he was, man. But
and if
all I'm saying is this: Robert Smith. I'm not saying he was better than AP. I mean, AP. Yeah, it was incredible. Like I said, AP will make the Hall of Fame. But like I said, I just want to give Robert Smith a little love because I think he was very underrated for the time, for the era he played. That's really it, man. That's really it. I'm not saying that. Like, AP was a fucking truck stick video game for a little bit,
Yeah, he was fucking different. He was different, dog.
Yeah. He was kind of like, honestly, he always reminded me of Terrell Davis. That's who I would compare AP to.
But that did things different than Terrell Davis for sure, dog.
No, I don't know, man, because they both just ran through. They both ran through the tackles up the middle and just trucked every motherfucker until they got to the end zone. I mean,
AP had wiggle too. He had moves as well. He could shake and shift too, shape and shift type shit.
Yeah, but Terrell Davis literally won Super Bowls because, and John always said, we won the Super Bowl because of Terrell Davis twice. You know what I mean? So that's
Have you guys talked about Dickerson yet? That guy was something different.
He was.
Yeah, Dickerson was good too.
But
Dickerson was touching the ball something crazy. Like he had like a bunch of stretches where he was touching the ball like 450 to 470 times a season. He was a beast. That fucker was good too.
Yeah, I remember T-Bass. That was a thing for a while. Like, who's the best running back, Walter Payton or Eric Dickerson? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was kind of near Payton's end of his career. I'd have to give it to.
It was more like mid 80s type stuff. Yeah.
Payton was really special. Mid 70s to like 80. That guy was. I truly believe what Dick has said. There might be better running backs, but Walter Payton was the best football player he ever seen. And I agree with Dick. Payton could do it all.
Guys, I'm going to drop. Good catching up with you. EJ, just throwing this out there. Might be a good idea for a show or two during the dog days of summer. Do some like Vikings history and pull out some players from older eras and focus on some educational stuff, you know what I mean, and have some discussions about that. I'm just throwing it out there. T-Bass, good catching up with you. EJ, always good, man.
For sure, man. Hold it down, bros. I'll let you later, bro. Shout out Broski Bear in the building, man. Shout out T-Bass in the building, Dell in the building, Dre in the building. Let's get it, man. SKOL VIKES. Let's get it, man. Let's go. Here we go. We got here. Robert Smith was a big play machine. Smith had 9 fumbles for his career. AP had 9 fumbles in a season. AP got fed much more. I would never go with the narrative that Robert Smith was better. Understand he did. Give him, he's a better pass catcher. Cool. That's all you can really say as far as what he did better than AP, period. Here we go. Howland Soul Brother says Dell is right. Right about what, Howland? Right about what, dog? Expound. Here we go.
But actual per AB running back AP was better, but the better overall is definitely Robert Smith. And I say cap on that, man. You know, you can't say real dynamics to say, hey, Robert Smith was overall better back. What did he do better besides catch the ball once again? Here we go. So AP blew his ACL and MCL, PCL. Yeah, and after that year, he came back and ran for 2,000 yards. SKOL, brother. You hear me? Heavy. After tearing his ACL and MCL, he came back and rushed for 2,000 yards, dog, once again. Here we go. T-Bass say Chuck Foreman, enough said. Shout out T-Bass coming with the Chuck Foreman information. Here we go. Chuck Foreman changed the way running backs were used. That's how good he was. Shout out Chuck Foreman, man. No cap. Here we go. Robert Smith, before his knee injury, had Randy Moss type speed. Here we go. Chuck Foreman, the first running back I would take on the Vikings, especially in today's game. Can't agree with you there, T-Bass, but I dig it. Like I say, over any Vikings running back, I'm taking AP all day, all damn day, Holmes. Straight up. Here we go, man. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's work, man. Shout out R. Smitty in the building. R. Smitty in the building. What up, big dog? SKOL Vikes. Here we go. Smitty in the building. Let's get it. Let's work. We got it. Think now more than ever, do we have the talent to run the table, get this championship? Hey, we got to see how they play. We got to see how they play, R. Smitty. No doubt, dog. It's time to step up, though. It's time for them to step up for sure. Here we go. I've been saying Brian Flores is KOC replacement. We shall see, R. Smitty. Here we go. North say, yo, what up? You can't discount the man for the year he led the league in reception just because of the year he did it. Oh, no. Oh, definitely, Dell. Definitely, Dell. No one's saying that, bro. Definitely. For real. No cap. Definitely can't do that. Here we go. JJ needs to step it up this year. Definitely, bro. So does KLC. So does the receiver. So does the whole team. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Chuck Foreman was an absolute down the field threat. Chuck made Rookie of the Year and made the Pro Bowl 6 straight years. Great stat right there. Great stat. Here we go. And like I say, this isn't about disrespecting Chuck Foreman or Robert Smith, but at the end of the day, neither one of those running backs are better or an overall better running back than AP, bro. Period. You know, you put Chuck Foreman or Robert Smith in the era AP played in, could they do the same things? Could they run the ball the same way? Period. Now you throw AP into their generation, their era, AP could run the ball the same way. His physicality, his size, speed, and power translates to the game in any era. Any era of the NFL, AP can play in it, period. Here we go. We got here. Brian Flores is slowly working. It's coming together. It's all coming together. Straight up, R. Straight up, Artie. Straight up, R. Smitty. Brian Flores is finally getting the roster he's been wanting for years, I'm sure. And guess what? He still ain't got all the personnel he would want. But at the end of the day, he can really work with his personnel right here. Here we go. He has a solid foundation for years to come, bro. Here we go. AD averaged 5.2 yards a touch with the ball in a 10-year career with us. Smith averaged 5.1 yards a touch. It's just that AD had 30 more fumbles. Haha, it's comparable. Hey, man, comparable, not comparable, whatever. Boom. AP was the better back. Here we go. Hu Yang, you rang, Hu Yang. You rang, Hu Yang. Huh? Here we go. Let's get it. Oh, man, we go. Who will be the center for the Vikings? Blake Brandel, hell. Blake Brandel, Hu Yang. You know it. I know it. And you must ask yourself, are you mad if Blake Brandel is the starter, is the center? I mean, shit, he's been doing it for what, 1-2 years now? So he's used to it per se. Yeah. Big body, etc. We shall see. We shall see. Here we go. Yes, sir. Here we go. Let's get it, man. He say Denny Green needed Brian Flores. Well, damn. Well, damn. That's how you feel, R. Smitty. That's how you feel, R. Smitty in the building. Heavy. Here we go. Let's word. Let me put this in perspective. For Robert Smith to catch AD in fumbles for 3 years, he played as a Viking. Robert Smith would have to fumble 10 out of 16 games for 3 years straight. Fumbles matter. I mean, I get it. I did get fumbles matter, Dale. No cap. But that definitely doesn't make Robert Smith a better running back than AP all day 28 was. Here we go. Original Spin Doctor, number 44. Shout out Chuck Foreman once again. Here we go. It's all preference at the end of the day. Big facts, no cap. Here we go. But at the same time, it's all facts at the end of the day as well. Holland's SKOL soul brother, you know it. I know it. It's all eye test at the end of the day as well. And you for damn well know, good and damn well know, Robert Smith was not better than AP as far as overall running back. Here we go. Black Iron Pot is right. Foreman was a downfield threat. Respect. Terrell Davis was the most underrated running back. His hands on the ball behind the line in NFL history. I mean, Terrell Davis definitely did his thing. You know, here we go. Dejan in the building. Dewan in the building. What up, home? SKOL Vikes. Heavy. Here we go. Robert Smith was fast as fuck and didn't fumble. That's cool. Once again, was he a better running back than AP? I'm saying no every damn day, Jack. Here we go. SKOL Vikes. Let's get it. You know it. I know it. And there's one more thing I was going to break down. Let me see where it's at here. Let me see where it's at here, man. Gonna get up out of here, though. Here we go. Hold on 1 second, man. Where that shit at, man? Here we go. There we go. Boom, man. And like I've been vouching for that boy Rob Brzezinski to be your GM, I still stand on it. Make Rob Brzezinski your GM for sure. Here we go, bro. Let's get to it, though. Are they doing that, Dad? Come on now. Stop it, man. They doing that, Dad, man? Come on now. Are they trying to do that, Dad? Wow. Hold up. Wow, hold up, man. They're trying to do that to my boy, my brother Nine, man. That's like they try and do Nine like that, Jack. No cap. Here we go. They're talking about improvements, dog. Here we go. Yeah, I gotta break this down right quick and then boogie downtown and get up out of here. Here we go. 1 second. One McCarthy cap type shit. Up out of here, man. Vikings reportedly want J.J. McCarthy to make these improvements amid competition with Kyler Murray. The perception exists that free agency signing Kyler Murray is the overwhelming favorite to emerge as the Minnesota Vikings starting quarterback over 2024 first-round draft pick J.J. McCarthy later this summer. That said, one may report revealed that the Vikings' hope is bringing in Murray, sends some sort of shock to McCarthy's system, and gets him refocused on whatever they think he got away from last year. Okay, I get it. He definitely has things to improve, but what about the things that KOC got away from? See, they never say what the offense got away from as a whole, how the receivers got away from their catching abilities, using their hands, etc. Period. We can talk about that all damn day, damn near, how the O-line got away from its footwork, its technique, period. Huh? For real. I understand. I'm the first one to say it. JJ McCarthy has things to fix, but it's the coach's job to address every area of his game. I repeat, every area of his game for real. Here we go. For a mailbag published on Friday, Vikings reporter Alec Lewis of The Athletic was asked to share the aspects of McCarthy's game the signal caller needs to improve between now and the end of August. While there's some hope JJ McCarthy may have fixed his footwork, McCarthy's accuracy, his touch, and consistency each warrants elaboration, Lewis wrote. The young quarterback's ball placement wavered throughout the 25 season, and Coach Kevin O'Connell often attributed the inaccuracies to McCarthy's footwork. Well, what about the inaccuracies to McCarthy getting his head knocked off 4 quarters, 3 quarters straight, period? Or what about when he was accurate and made great elite throws and the receivers and tight ends dropped the damn ball? How about that? Or what about when it was a lack of run game or no run game in general? Or what about when KOC was play calling piss poor at all-time low level? Once again, McCarthy has been a scapegoat all year, damn near. Let's move on, bro. Here we go. McCarthy spent weeks with private throwing coach John Beck to smooth over some of these issues. The lack of touch coincides with McCarthy's lack of precision as a passer in 2025. Wow. He uncorked passes on a line. When the Vikings drafted McCarthy, they knew this area of his game needed work. Did they? Did they really know? Because if so, why did Kevin O'Connell let it slide, let it ride, let it fly for OTAs, training camp, preseason, etc., Holmes, once again? So why ain't nobody questioning KOC around that bitch, period? Here we go. Let's word. McCarthy spent his entire rookie campaign recovering from a full meniscus repair. According to Pro Football Reference, he then ended the 2025 regular season ranked 30th in the league among qualified players with the 35.6 adjusted QBR, last with a 72.6 passer rating, and last with a 57.6% completion percentage. But they never talk about the last 6 games. I repeat, the last 6 games of the season. Here we go. Needless to say, O'Connell and company determined such production wasn't good enough before they added Murray to the Vikings quarterback room earlier this offseason. JJ McCarthy didn't meet the Vikings standards in this way. A previous report suggested that McCarthy had trouble understanding the more elemental aspects of being the face of a franchise last season. Lewis hinted that McCarthy's work behind the scenes throughout 25 left much to be desired. Then there's the consistency piece, Lewis continued. How McCarthy shows up to work every day and how his habits progress in his 3rd season. The Vikings have a high standard at the position. They want the starting quarterback to lift the tide for the entire team in 2026. This requires a level of discipline, which was up and down last season for McCarthy. Now I asked Alec Lewis once again. He said consistency. He mentioned discipline type shit. All right, bet, boom, cool. But what about the lack of consistency from KOC? Alec Lewis, since you want to ride KOC's nuts heavy, quickly, and swiftly. And if we're talking about discipline, when was McCarthy not disciplined when it came to the football field, period? As far as putting the work in, studying his playbook, going through the workouts, Holmes, etc. So I'd like to know more, expound more, Alec Lewis, period. I don't care if you're a Minnesota Vikings beat writer or not, you chump punk. Hey, put some weight in on O'Connell as well. Here we go. The good news for McCarthy is that the Vikings allegedly won't give up on him before he receives an opportunity to truly compete with Murray, at least a portion of training camp. However, questions about McCarthy's future in Minnesota will grow only louder if he ends the preseason as the club's QB2. And there it is right there, Jack. No cap, man. So as far as Murray and McCarthy, once again, you know the battle is on. You know it is war. And like I've been saying, bro, as far as that punk chump Kyler Murray goes, he showed who he is as a player, competitor, and man. I don't have to keep banging it on the head with a hammer, banging it with a hammer, etc. But McCarthy expressed to you, the people, the world, the NFL world, exactly why he wanted to come to Minnesota, period. He thought it was an easy job, an easy road. Yeah, he thinks it's basically sweet. He didn't want to come here to go against the best, as he thinks McCarthy isn't the best. So hell, he should dominate this battle, right? I mean, the way he talking, the way he's saying shit, he should dominate this battle, right? Right. I mean, allegedly. So at the end of the day, once again, I stand on it 10 toes down. I don't care if Murray wins the job or not. I hope McCarthy goes out there and schools him all training camp long, for real. But Murray, to me, he's a pure coward right now, Holmes. Heavy coward tendencies for sure. And you tell me that's a man you want leading your team, being the quarterback of your team? Huh? A man who's scared of competition, right? Basically will cower down from competition. Boom. So what are you telling me here for real, man? No cap. Here we go. Hey, but that's it for the live, man. Shout out my big dogs, my Levy dogs, my subscribers, my supporters. You are much appreciated for life. Never forget it. You hear? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell as well. Share this with any and everybody you know for sure. Why not? Takes less than 1 second, dog. Support the channel, support the grind. Again, you support the fake already, support the real for real, man. You know it. I know it. SKOL VIKES, win, lose, or draw, but we come to win. We run the North. Believe that. Hold up. Down at the levee, we going fishing at the levee. Here we go. Here we come. SKOL VIKES.